Hi friends, this is Gwen from Gwen the Trash Witch. Welcome back. I would like to share with you part 3 of what I've been working on for Junk Journal Madness, which is an open collaboration that's hosted by Susan at I Totally Love It. This is a collaboration that she gives the theme for that month's journals at the first of the month, and then you have a whole month to complete the tasks that she sets out for us in that month's journals. So I jumped in really late into March in doing my journal, but I did want to participate because I've been wanting to put an Ireland journal together. So when Susan announced that that was one of the themes that you could use, the others were Scotland and Celtic, I thought, well, I'm just going to do as much as I can for March. So she rolls a die and tells us how many makes to make for that month. And for this month, it's 9. And you can choose from any of these things she has listed or something else that you know of. It's things like tags and pockets and envelopes and altered envelopes, all the things that you probably are already making, but there are also variations on those. And if you're not familiar, I'm sure that on YouTube it will explain some of these too. But 9 isn't very many. Last month was 14. And then you are to use 6 different materials for this month. And again, those are quite easy to accomplish. You know, it's like scrap paper, paper clips, wrapping paper, tracing paper, all the different things that probably you do in even making your cover. So this is where we left off. I'm doing my Ireland journal as if I'm actually getting to go to Ireland. So we left off where we were boarded on the plane and we were taking off. So what I did is I Googled an itinerary for visiting Ireland, and I'm designing this first signature as if I'm following that itinerary. So the itinerary has you landing in Dublin, which was where I had figured I would probably be landing, leaving from Los Angeles. And it has you spending 2 days in Dublin on this itinerary. And in those 2 days, they recommend you take a walking tour of the city. You visit Dublin Castle, number 1. So here is my Dublin Castle. And I did find a nice Google image of the castle. And then I took some papers here and I cut them so it looked like the top of the castle. And they're actually pockets. And I don't know if we call this a double pocket or a staggered pocket, but there's 2 pockets here. And then I made this little journal that when I go to Ireland, I'll be able to write about my experience visiting the Dublin Castle. And in this little pocket, I put some facts about the castle. There is a guided tour. It takes you about an hour to walk through. The castle dates back to the 13th century, and it now functions as a government building. And it's one of the most important buildings in Irish history. And then I just did a little triple fold out there. So I can write more about it if I choose to. Okay, then it suggests that you go see 2 cathedrals, the St. Patrick's Cathedral and Christ Church Cathedral. And Audrey had sent me this beautiful image of a monk. So I thought we would use him as our visiting of the castles and, not the castles, the cathedrals. And this is a little pocket right here too. So here we go. We're going to visit the cathedrals. So the top one is the Christ Church Cathedral. And the itinerary says online that this is probably the more interesting one to visit. So I went ahead and put that one up at the top. This one is called, Christ Church Cathedral. And then this is just another image I found in a book about an abbey that was founded in Ireland. It was the first abbey. So I thought that was interesting. And I've done some sewing around some of these different tags. And this cathedral is the St. Patrick's Cathedral. And it's dating back to 1191. And in the cathedral, there are the banners of the knights. So I thought that was really interesting, and I found a picture of that too. Jack is groaning. I don't know what's wrong. Jackie, what's the matter? He's just laying on the floor, kind of making sad noises. So these are just journaling cards that I can add more information, or again, when I go, I can take my notes. It says, I thought this was a little interesting fact I included in this pocket, that both of these churches were restored in the 1800s by the alcohol producers in Dublin. So I guess they donated money to restore the churches. I'm not sure. Okay. We have a flip out here and a belly band here. And the itinerary says that we should visit the Trinity College, and it has some interesting history that I printed out here. It dates all the way back to the 16th century, and it has beautiful architecture, beautiful grounds. There are tours that you can take and go in and see. The library is beautiful. It was under some controversy, though, as they didn't allow female students for a very, very long time. So now they do, of course. And then as we are ending our first day in Dublin, we'll go to, as we're walking, by the way, we're walking all around the city. And there is a beautiful park or greenbelt in the middle of the city called St. Stephen's Green. And I love this picture because it shows the city all the way around it, and then this beautiful park. I suppose New York has that with Central Park, but when you look at it aerial like this, it's really interesting to see the city and then the green park in the middle. Okay, and the itinerary that we're following says that we should end with going to a bar. So I'm assuming there must be a lot of nightlife in Dublin, and going to a bar is one of the recommended experiences. This is another beautiful image that Audrey from Audrey's Odds and Ends sent me, and it looks like the doors going, well, yeah, they are doors going into a bar. So we're going to open the doors here, and this is a picture of my daughter Danielle's fiance, and this was taken on St. Patrick's Day a couple of years ago. So I asked permission if I could use this, and they said okay. So I just did a little collage work behind the picture, and then I had these funny stickers of Irish leprechauns and things drinking some beer. So I had this picture, and I just thought, oh my gosh, this is just too perfect. So that's Mark. And then on this page, we have another beautiful image that Audrey sent to me to use in this journal. And little printout here says, Temple Bar Pub is the most famous drinking establishment in the district of downtown Dublin. Oops. Guys, no. Sorry, we're almost to the end. It is overpriced and full of tourists, and this person recommends getting a beer somewhere else. So this would be, I guess, a great tourist attraction and a place to say you visited, but might not be the best savings in the city. So good thing we're finished, because the dogs have decided that, they're on full alert here. But thank you so much for visiting, and I appreciate your time as always. If you like my journal so far, if you wouldn't mind giving me a thumbs up, and and if you haven't subscribed, I would love you to subscribe to my channel, and it's free. All right, everyone. I will see you tomorrow, and I'll be adding a few more pages to this journal. It does end March 31st, so I want to make sure I get a little bit farther. I haven't counted my makes, but I know I'm getting very, very close to the 9 that was required for this month. All right, I will talk to you all soon. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.